What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to do something a little different from my typical power rankings. I did it earlier in the season when I combined weeks 4 and 5, and today I'm doing it again. In that video, I did a quick rundown of week 4 and then did my analysis in the week 5 portion. With that said, let's jump into the week 11 power rankings. At number 32, we have the Bengals. 31, the Dolphins. 30, the Saints. 29, the Raiders. 28, the Titans. 27, the Falcons. 26, the Browns. Number 25, the Giants. At number 24, the Jets. Number 23, the Commanders. Number 22, the Cowboys. Number 21, the Vikings. Number 20, the Cardinals. Number 19, the Panthers. Number 18, the Texans. Number 17, the Steelers. Number 16, the Ravens. Number 15, the Bears. Number 14, the Jaguars. Number 13, the 49ers. Number 12, the Chargers. Number 11, the Colts. Number 10, the Lions. Number 9, the Chiefs. Number 8, the Packers. Number 7, the Broncos. Number 6, the Bills. Number 5, the Bucks. Number 4, the Patriots. Number 3, the Seahawks. Number 2, the Rams. And at number 1, the Eagles. Now for the Week 12 power rankings. Starting at number 32, we have the Bengals. That upset win against the Steelers seems a long time ago now. After getting wrecked by the Steelers in the second matchup, this team's playoff hopes are cooked, and it's time to focus on draft positioning. Also, the team hits a new low with Jamar Chase doing a huck tour on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen had the right to deliver that two-piece no biscuit on him, and in my opinion, the NFL needs to fine players $1 million plus a game check for the suspension. Anyways, next team. At number 31, we have the Raiders. All I need from this team is for it to continue to play and throw the ball to Brock Bowers for the sake of my fantasy team. Other than that, there's nothing to say. They suck. Number 30, we have the Titans. As they continue to drop in the season power rankings, they continue to stay at the top of the NFL draft, which could be power in itself. Number 29, the Jets. After being up on a couple of the other worst teams in the league, this team takes an L to the Patriots and get back on track to rolling out the tank. Number 28, the Giants. Decimated by injuries and in the midst of a 5-game losing streak, you have to wonder how this team hasn't just given up and rolled over for teams yet. Excuse me. I'm guessing that it's all about pride and saving their jobs, since they did lose their head coach. Number 27, the Browns. It's a shame that this team's top-tier defense is being wasted on a season like this. On the bright side, we finally get to see what Shedeur Sanders is made of. In his debut, he looked like trash, but that's because he wasn't prepared for the situation. With a week of proper preparation, he should look competent, especially since they play the Raiders next. At number 26, the Commanders. At this point, there's no reason to bring back Jaden Daniels. Let Mariota suffer through the rest of the season. Number 25, the Falcons. It's time for the Falcons to go into tank mode. The playoffs are out of reach, and Kirk Cousins will likely finish the season at quarterback. Number 24, the Saints. The last time we saw this team in action, they beat my Panthers and sucked the joy out of us defeating the Packers. Then they went on by. They come back to face the Falcons. Let's see which team can out-tank who. Number 23, the Dolphins. I have to give props to this team for putting an L on the Bills. Always good to play spoiler on a division rival. Then they turn around and put the Commanders out of their misery. And now they're sitting pretty on their bye week. I do have to chastise them for not tanking, though. But hey, it's the Dolphins. They ain't did shit right all season, so why start now? Number 22, the Vikings. This team is still kind of in the playoff mix, but their hopes are fading fast after these last 2 losses. And next, They have the Packers. Number 21, the Cardinals. This team blew its chances with earlier losses. And even though Brissett has appeared to be a steadier hand at quarterback, he doesn't have the talent to put them over the top in the rest of the games. Number 20, the Cowboys. Thanks to that tie with the Packers earlier in the season, this team is sneakily still in the playoff race with a record of 4-5-1. With a high-powered offense, they are primed to upset any team on any given Sunday. However, they have the Eagles next, so I expect them to be snuffed out in short order. Number 19, the Steelers. I dropped this team a couple of spots because in their last win, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Mason Rudolph is probably going to start the next few games, and yeah, I don't expect much from him. Number 18, my Panthers. After getting embarrassed by the Saints the week before, my team bounces back by defeating the Falcons in a close one. We should be 7-4, but 6-5 ain't the worst. We have the 49ers next, and if Bryce can play at least 80% of the way he did against the Falcons, we stand a good chance of winning that game. This is a crucial matchup, by the way, because the Niners are a team that's in the way of our playoff hopes. Number 17, the Texans. Winners of 2 straight and now back to 500, this team is clawing its way back into the playoff race. However, they get a daunting task against the Bills next. Number 16, the Ravens. This team has won 4 straight to get back to 500 and are back into the playoff race. They get another easy matchup next against the Jets, so I expect another win as they stalk the Steelers for the lead in the AFC North Division. Number 15, the 49ers. I had to drop this team after it got embarrassed by the Rams. They now face my Panthers in a game that will have serious playoff implications. Number 14, the Bears. After taking an L to the resurging Ravens, this team has won 3 straight games in a row and now sit at the top of their division. Now you may ask, why isn't this team higher in the power rankings? Well, unlike the rest of their division, they haven't gotten the opportunity to play and lose to the Eagles. Plus, the last 3 teams that they beat aren't very good teams and they barely beat them. But wins are wins, and this team is winning at the right time. Number 13, the Chargers. This team had a good win against the Steelers, but turned around and got massacred by the Jaguars. Number 12, the Jaguars. Speaking of the Jaguars, this team has had a high and low last couple of weeks. The low, losing to the Texans, a team fighting to scratch their way back into the playoff hunt. Their high, utterly destroying the aforementioned Chargers. Number 11, the Lions. This team just got a dose of the Eagles. It's a medicine that has humbled many of the best teams this season. Well, not the Broncos. But this loss puts the Lions in a precarious position when it comes to the playoff hunt. Now we're in the top 10, and number 10 we have the Chiefs. It's been a roller coaster of a year for the once juggernaut Chiefs. The AFC West isn't bending the knee to the Kings anymore. They remain dangerous, but are in danger of missing the playoffs for the first time in years. I don't believe they'll miss the playoffs, so don't jump all over me, but the possibility is on the table. Number 9, the Buccaneers. This team has dropped its last 2 games courtesy of the Patriots and Bills. Now they are in danger of not having the NFC South on lock as the Panthers have crept up on them. Luckily, they do control their own destiny in that aspect, as they have yet to play the division rival. It doesn't get easier, though, as they will face the Rams next. Number 8, the Packers. After getting shut down and handed an L by the Eagles, this team got to beat up on the Giants and get to stay even in the power rankings. Number 7, the Seahawks. This team's winning streak comes screeching to a halt after facing the Rams. The defense pretty much held it down, while Sam Darnold went full pumpkin mode and threw 4 interceptions. The running game didn't do much better, I should say, and the bulk of the scoring was put onto the shoulders of their kicker, who went 4 out of 5, so not bad there. Now they get to face the Titans next, so they should get their mojo back rather easily. Number 6, the Colts. It's another one of those times when being on your bye week is beneficial to your power ranking. The Colts sat pretty on their bye week, resting the MVP and allowing all sorts of chaos to ensue in their absence. However, they returned to action against the Chiefs team that is now desperate for a win and are now the hunters instead of the hunted. Number 5, the Bills. Josh Allen hopped into an old phone booth and came out as Superman. In historic fashion, he threw 3 touchdowns and rushed for 3 more touchdowns as his team dismantled the Buccaneers. Next, they faced the scrappy Texans. Number 4, the Patriots. It was business as usual against the Jets as this team made light work of them. They get another scrub to beat up on in the Bengals. The important thing for this team to do is not take any game lightly and stay focused on the prize, which could be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
And number 3, we have the Broncos. Now this team, wait, hold up. It appears that we have a live interview from Bo Nix himself. I'm going to take you straight to that feed right now.
They will meet again on Christmas night. Who knows where that division will be at that time, but Denver is so far out in front. They've won an 8th consecutive game. They have beaten both Super Bowl teams of a year ago. Philadelphia and Kansas City coming from behind in both of those games in the fourth quarter to win yet again in the thriller from behind in the fourth.
At a certain point, you got to start to believe in this offense. I know there's been a lot of talk. Being where they were, they're like, well, can this be sustainable? Yes, it can. And they did it when it counts, and they actually got off to a pretty good start today. And you know Kansas City landed on the line today. It's just a really difficult place to play in Denver against this defense.
Tracy, down to you.
Wow, what a game as we expected. These fourth quarter comebacks, though, take us through that 2nd and 8 and that connection you've had with Franklin all game long.
Yeah, well, he's had a great season. He just keeps getting better and better. And before the snap, I actually told him, be ready for this corner ball. And sure enough, they played his man. He ran a great route, and he made a great adjustment on the play. So I'm excited for him. Overall, just the offense made plays when we needed to.
And your defense made plays, of course, the luxury of having them. But this win over the Chiefs at home and knowing where you are in the AFC West, how important is it?
It was huge. I mean, this was a must-win going into the bye week. They have a really good team. And, hats off to them. They played us really well. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We knew we were going to have to play really well, especially down the stretch. And Lentz is just getting good at those game winners.
Just a great way to go into the bye week. Enjoy this one. Congrats.
Thank you so much. Go Broncos.
At number 2, we have the Rams. This team sits at the top of the most rugged division in the NFC and perhaps the toughest division in the entire league. They destroyed the 49ers and outlasted the Seahawks to get here. The engine to this machine is Matt Stafford, who may take home the MVP trophy this year. With a quarterback rating of 112.7, a 27-2 touchdown to interception ratio, and over 2,500 yards passing so far, he's making a strong case. They get the Bucs next, so he gets the dual Baker Mayfield. At number 1, we have the Eagles. What more needs to be said about the reigning champs? Sure, the offense hasn't been what they'd prefer, but they get wins anyway thanks to a suffocating defense. And when the offense absolutely needs to make a score, much like the Broncos, they get it. In fact, the only top-tier team to beat the Eagles this season was the Broncos in a comeback victory. The Bucs, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Lions, and even the Rams have all faced the Eagles, and the Eagles have come out triumphant against all of them. This is your top-ranked team, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.